Namaste. I'm Dr. Anand BalayogiBhavanani from Pondicherry at the Anand Ashram, and I'm so happy that today we can share this wonderful small session on Nadayoga techniques that are unique to the Gitananda Parampara, the Gitananda tradition of Rishi culture Ashtanga Yoga. Nada Yoga is a yoga of sound, of vibration. The vibration that is the essence of all life. And it is said that from the Nada comes the Bindu, and from the Bindu comes the Kala. Nada Bindu Kalati Namo Nama, as is sung in the Tirupugal by the saint Arunagiri Nada. When we want to understand Nada, we need to understand that we as a human being have certain capacity to make certain sounds. These sounds enable us to gesture our intent into the universe. For example, we use the sound of the pranava, which is made up of the A, U and M. Akara, Ukara, Makara, making up the Omkara, which is the pranava that Maharishi Patanjali has told us is Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha, the vibrational essence of the universe, the divine itself. It is not that the pranava is the label of the divine, but that it is the closest human approximation we can make. Because we are limited in our voice box. We are limited in how much our senses can perceive. So in these techniques, what we are going to be doing is making an effort to let go of the anxiety, the fear, the stress that is bogging us down, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic, where fear has brought to the surface one of the kleshas, those inborn afflictions called abhinivesha, that survival instinct that triggers all our sympathetic arousal and then makes us react. We become a reflexive being rather than a reflective being, which we should be. We should be responsive, not reactive. So the first of the practices I want to introduce to you, this is a short session, only up to 6:15, is called the Nasarga Mukhabastrika. So what we are going to do is, we are going to be starting to shake our hand. So we start to shake one hand, and let the shake come into the elbows, then shake the other, and then shake both hands. Shaking them and letting go of all the tensions, the stresses that are there to your side, above, below, to your side, and then in all directions, just shaking and letting go, shaking under your feet, over your head, behind your ears. Now, as fast as possible, giving a good shake, catching hold of the tensions. Think of all the tensions that are there. Catch them tight, take in a deep breath, and throw it out. When you throw it out like this, you are sending a gesture into the universe. I do not want to own these tensions. I don't want to hold them on. So let's try again. A nice shake. And shake your head also a little bit. Shake your whole body. Shaking down, shaking up, shaking to your sides in all directions. A good shake. Remember, under your feet, behind your ears. As fast as possible. Shake, 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 shake. Hold on to the tensions. Take them tight. Breathe in. And throw them out. This whooshing that we make, it is a type of nada. It is a explosive letting go. We are telling the universe, I don't want this. I don't want it. Let go, let go, let go. Rather than, people are walking around like this. They're holding on to the tension. Tight, 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 tight. You want to let go. Okay? Now, the second practice we want to do is called the hakara, the ha maker. This ha sound is a sound which is to do with our navel center. That Nabi Mandale, according to Patanjali, Manipura Chakra in Tantra, Samana Vayu, which is centered in this area. So this area is our solar plexus. We as a human being or a solar being connected to the solar system. And this is our psychic umbilical cord connecting us to the universe. When we think we are separate, dichotomy, duality starts the first seed of fear, bhaya. Dvaitam is the root of fear. And from that fear, from that dichotomy, starts all psychosomatic illnesses. When we feel a duality, a dichotomy between the mind and the body, a dichotomy between you and me. So what we want to do, we want to reconnect with the universe. Because if we are the universe, why should we be scared? Why should we have fear? And that is where we realize that we are the universe. Andam and Pindam are one and the same. So we place our hands on this abdominal region and we are going to take in a deep breath and we blast out with the sound ha. Now this sound ha has to come from here, Nabi. Tyagaraja, the great composer, says Nabi, Hre, Kanta, Rasana, Nasa. The 5 areas that Nada comes. Nabi, here, through the heart, that's the emotionality, the throat where the vocalization occurs, the mouth where it becomes words, and the nose where it starts to be uplifted. Nabi, Kanta, Rasana, Nasa. That is the 5 aspects of the Nada, how it comes. So let it come from here and come up. So take in a deep breath and out, ha, in, out, ha, in, ha, in, ha, in, ha, 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 ha. And this is the start of Hasya Yoga. This is where we start to laugh. And laughter is the best medicine. In Tamil, that classical Dravidian language, it is said, Vai vittu sirittal, noi vittu pogam. Disease will go away when you laugh wholeheartedly, whole-mouthedly. So let us again try this. Take in a deep breath. Ha! 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 Okay? And the moment you laugh like this, you are connecting with your universe. You are connecting with the Divine Mother, Jagat Janani. And when the Divine Mother is on your side, why fear? It becomes the Abhaya Mudra, which is such an important gesture for us to remember. Nothing to fear. No survival responses or reactions required. Just be yourself. Everything will be fine. That is the Abhaya Mudra that comes out. Okay, now this we can also do it with some movements. So I'm going to move back a bit. And what we are going to do is we are going to breathe in and out. Ha! Okay? Just so you can see my hands, I'm moving back a bit. So when I jump, it's going to be breathe in, out, ha! Okay? So that you can just see my hands. The second one is we are going to be jumping with the hands forward. So breathe in, out, ha! And then the third, out, ha! So we have one to the side, one to the front, and one up. This is the Hakara Kriya, where we are expanding ourselves, making the sound, and unifying the breath and the body. Psychosomatic harmony, mind, body coming together as one. Moving from Dvaita to Advaita. So join me, take in a deep breath, feet are close together, breathe in, out, ha! In, out, ha! In, out, ha, in, out, ha, 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 ha. And you can go as fast as you want using your own speed. What is important here is that you are using this explosive hakara. Interestingly, this is also found in the Maori culture down in New Zealand. They also have this hakara. The Hakara, which is a very vitalizing practice, connecting us, all the martial arts of the Eastern culture, be it India, China, Korea, have always focused on this because you are charging your Manipura, the Manipura, which is your psychic umbilical cord, to the universe. You feel at ease. You feel like yourself. And when you feel like yourself, when you have that Sukha Sthanam, naturally, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health will manifest. Now coming to the next practice. it is a very beautiful practice which also deals with the anxiety and the stresses. Now, normally what happens is these anxieties and stress, they are of different types and they tend to accumulate in different parts of the body. So one of the aspects is called performance anxiety. Will I perform well? Will my speech be accepted? Will everybody like the way I present? Will I have stage fright? You know, all this scare that comes. So this is stored down here. And that is why before any performance, we tend to have an element of, some performance anxiety and butterflies in the stomach. And many people, they struggle because just as they have to go on stage, they instead go to the restroom. So this is one anxiety. Second anxiety is in the chest region. And this is related to relationship. Will they like me? Won't they like me? What type of response will I get from other people? And this is very much to do with our heart center. The third anxiety is up here. And this is the status quo anxiety, where we think that I am the director, I am the big boss, I am the big cheese, and nobody respects me, and we start to react. This is the anxiety that comes from up here, where we wear the tie and choke ourselves. Exactly. The moment you wear a tie, you block the connection between the head and the heart. So loosen the tie a bit. So the anxiety here, we can deal with it with a sound which is ha, 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 like the hakara. The anxiety here, to let go of it, we go ho, 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 ho. Ho is a sound associated with Santa Claus also, who's a great giver. The more you give, the less the anxiety. But we are always like, what can I get? What can I get? What can I get? And we become so tight. It's always this holding on. It should be giving. The more you give, the more comes back. The next part is up here, and the sound here is he, he. So three sounds: ha, 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 ho, 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 he, he. So we have worked out these three anxieties, these three places where the stresses are stored. The next is to deal with the back of the head. This is the part associated with our brain stem, the survival instinct, which is so important and vital. They are called vital centers because they help us to be alive. So this part is very much associated with the concept of me. So just me, that individuality which wants to survive. We then bring into the consciousness this part at the forehead. This is the prefrontal cortex. And this prefrontal area is where the capacity for higher intellectual thinking, the buddhi, Diyo yona prachodayat, as the Gayatri says, comes in here. So we go di. So what we have done is ha, 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 ho, 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 he, me, di. And then we throw it all out because all of it is nonsense. We don't need any of this, and we say po. Po means to go in Tamil. Okay? If you want, you can say jao, or go, depending on whatever language you are comfortable with. So what is important is that ha, ho, he, me, di, and go, or po, or jao, or whatever, chalo, or whatever you want to do. We'll use go, so that everybody is comfortable with the sound. Okay? So join me for a few rounds of this, okay? And I'm going to stand for this because when you stand, you can have a bit more fun. And then sitting, okay? So let's make it a nice fun practice, okay? Join in. Ha, 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 ho, 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 he, me, di, go, go, ha, ha, ho, ho, he, me, di, go, ha, ho, he, me, di, go. And that is how you let go of all of these anxieties. When those anxieties take over, you are not you anymore. You get transformed into something that is not you. Let us be ourselves and let us end with 3 rounds of a beautiful Omkar, that beautiful vibration of the universe settling into us so that we can be the best we that we can be at this very moment. Join me for 3 Omkars. Thank you very much for being with me. Let's all have a wonderful time. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed. Dhanyavad. Namaste. Nandri.